Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japan, what a sight.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. And faders, in this action-packed episode, this very special action-packed episode, we do not disappoint. We've got two dudes, hey-o, we've got booze, hey-o, and we've got the news, hey-yo. And also, faders, this right here is a very special episode because A, it is Friday the 13th, B, we're doing it live, and C, we're here with the one and only, the front man, the backbone of one of my favorite bands here in Japan, Creep Down. Creep Down, we've got Scotty the man. Scotty, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
I'm
just kidding.
Scott's a little tired.
I'm glad to be back.
Oh, dude, well, kampai, man.
Kampai.
Kampai. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Glad to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while, man. It's been maybe about a year, maybe 10 months or so. But yes, the seed has been cold and now it's not. And I went grocery shopping with Steven. It's your new name, Steve. Sorry, Scott. With Scott right before the show, and we got these.
Talking about faded already.
A little bit.
This white spot on me.
Oh gosh, we're drinking. What are we drinking, Scott?
Gin and soda.
Gin and soda, and they come in these lovely Suntory cans. It's the Suntory Gin Sui.
Very beautiful.
Very beautiful, great design, and it is 7%. So this is definitely going to be an action-packed episode, so fasten your seatbelt, faders. Holy smokes. Now, Scott, this is episode number 779.
779,
That's ridiculous.
Oh, man.
That's ridiculous. That's Joe Rogan territory.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you need a best hits.
A greatest hits?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Compilation.
I barely have enough time to do this show. That's why we're doing it so late on a Friday. Oh my gosh. Now, Scott, something that I'm doing for all our guests on the show is giving gifts. And so this is for you and your family. Here you go.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a skull and
Well, you can open it.
very creepy. Very creepy.
It's very creeped down.
Make sure my girls wear this.
Oh, your kids are gonna love it.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Slayer.
Slayer. That's also for your kids.
Oh yeah.
It always makes me like really happy when I see a little kid, like a cute little kid with a Slayer shirt. So yeah, your kids can wear these. Maybe, your kids are about this tall. This could be I don't know, nightwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll have good dreams of Slayer. I think this is for South of Heaven. Fantastic. Excellent. Or Raining Blood. I'm not sure which one, but yeah, so this is for you, man. Thank you so much for being on the show, Scott.
Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Excellent, man. And so, Scott, you are doing so much wonderful stuff here in Japan. You've got the band Creep Down. Creep Down has been kicking butt and taking names. It has been for a very long time. Recently, you guys are performing an incredible amount. You guys have a fabulous new bassist, and you guys are just doing so many great things. And tell us about what you've been up to.
From the band, I know we've been around for a long time, so just got a new bassist recently. It's been about 3 months, I think, maybe 3 or 4 months, and just trucking along, just doing our old music and trying to write new music. We have a good nucleus. That's all. It's really nice that no one complains or anything, and we're just really tight. It's nice. We get in, get out, we do our shit, and we have a good show. We have a good time. So it's all that matters, right?
Yeah, 100%. And one thing that I really like about your band when you guys perform live is that you guys are very, very active. I mean, your bassist Peter he's getting out in the audience and he's running around and performing and just like he's putting on a show. So are you. You're jumping around and
Been
stuff.
doing that for a long time.
Yeah. But I mean, it's kind of like your trademark, man.
Yeah. He asked me if it was okay to do that, and I said, no, it's not okay.
And he does it anyway.
But he does it anyway. Like, no, not this time, not this song. Yeah, I'm kidding. But of course, I don't care. Yeah, as long as the crowd isn't liking it and involved, that's all that matters. Yeah, for sure. but we have a cool show. You know, we don't make it boring. So you come to our show and you're gonna have a good time for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
absolutely,
and we
absolutely.
play well, hopefully enjoyable music. You know, 90s kind of rock, and yeah,
Cool.
that's our thing. Creepy horror. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's Friday the 13th, you know. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think your music's absolutely fitting for like today, you know. So we'll definitely put one or two of your tracks at the end of this podcast. So if you're listening to it, you'll get that. And if you're watching it on YouTube, which you should, we're definitely going to have a couple of videos at the end of this episode too.
Hmm.
And yeah, and if you're watching this on Patreon, and you should be supporting us on Patreon, please help us keep the lights on and I guess alcohol in our fridge. And yeah, if you do that, definitely you're gonna get a little couple of bonuses and stuff, which is gonna be really cool.
We'll get you some cans.
Well, yeah, yeah, Scott will get you some cans.
Hmm.
He's gonna hook you up. Great.
Yeah,
Oh man.
down at the 7-Eleven. So
Well, yeah. But all right, so I mean, you've been on the show several times, and you've
yeah.
talked about the origin of your band and the concept of your band. But we've got a lot of new faders listening to the show, and
Hmm.
so for all the new faders that are listening to the show, or I mean, there's a lot of people coming to Tokyo, you know, or coming to Japan as visitors or as people that are moving to Japan and stuff. And if they want to see a great show and stuff, tell them a little bit about the history of your band to get them interested to come to your shows.
Well, we first started as a cover band, doing Stone Temple Pilot covers, as well as maybe Audio Slave and not Alice in Chains, probably Gin Blossoms or something stupid like that.
Hmm.
But it just evolved into just music writing, into making music kind of similar to that.
Hmm.
And I've been with my guitarist Jiro for probably over 8 years now, and we just never skip a beat. Like me and him are just really straight. We believe in the music, we believe in ourselves, and we believe what we're doing. And we never had any quarrels or anything like that. And it's just been so stable between me and him. But, you know, there is turnaround with drummers and bassists and all that. So, I mean, it happens, but like the nucleus is Jiro and myself. So, as long as we're, you know, together writing music or, you know, helping each other, then the band goes on. I mean, everyone else, you know, is great. They really add flavor to it. You know,
Hmm.
it's evolved to something different, and every bassist or every drummer that we had is it's just been a different kind of sound. And this time it's a really I enjoy it. It's heavy. It's really heavy now. You know, it's what I always kind of wanted for the band to just be heavy and enjoy myself. You know, I have to like my own music, so and I really enjoy it, and I'm really believe in it, and I think that we can once we start recording and getting things out there like professionally that we can, you know, probably get something going, you know. Mhm.
Absolutely. So you and Jiro are kind of like Ozzy Osbourne and Randy Rhoads.
Well, I would say more like he's like no, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, Michael Jackson and you know, he's got when I first met him, we started doing David Bowie stuff, and I'm like, nope, this is not for me.
I can't imagine you singing anything Bowie.
No, I couldn't. I didn't. So we were in the studio the first time together, and we were doing Stone Temple Pilots covers, and then he started putting David Bowie on, and I'm like, hmm. And he's like, maybe this is not for you. I'm like, no,
I can't imagine you doing David Bowie at all. I'm
no.
trying to think of like
But
any of his songs. Like, I mean, maybe some of the stuff he did with Iggy Pop, I guess.
you know, I do like David Bowie's style, like the way he, you know, performs on stage and does his music. I think it's very unique,
Hmm.
and I think for my music or whatever I'm trying to do is kind of like a similar concept of trying to be unique and do something different where you don't want to be boring all the time. You're just singing and standing on stage and you know you're just doing nothing, you know.
Hmm.
It doesn't you need to engage the crowd
Yeah.
and you need to have people, you need to force people like, hey, listen to this music, man. You're gonna like it or something like that. I
It's
don't know.
like kind of like Dee Snider from Twisted Sister. I mean, that guy, I mean, he would pretty much almost get to the point where he would fight with the audience. He's like, "You guys came here. You paid money to come here. If you don't dance, get the hell out of here." You know, I mean,
Mhm.
Dee Snider was very aggressive to his audience if they
Mhm.
didn't like kind of like interact with him and stuff. You know, there's a documentary about Twisted Sister called "We Are MF Twisted Sister,"
Mhm.
and it is an absolutely must see for anybody that's in a band. It's like a documentary of a band for people who are in bands at
Right.
all different levels. It is probably one not no, no, I'll put it out. That is probably one of the best like documentaries that I've ever seen about a band. But
Mm.
the thing is, it stops right at their peak, and it says there's more, but that's another story. And I'm like, oh no, you're gonna stop right here, and then that's it. That's the end of the documentary, which kind of sucks, but still.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that I can't afford to be aggressive. So, I mean, of one time, when you go into the audience, you really have to be careful of who you approach. You
Hmm.
you really do because like some people like get the fuck away from me or like
Hmm.
get away or um I've had a couple times in all these performances and like
What? Somebody's like, get the fuck away from me. You're like,
actually
sorry.
somebody wanted to fight me after the show, so let's just
Are
say
you
that.
serious?
Yeah,
Where?
yeah. That was a long time ago in Heaven's Door. I wasn't being aggressive or anything like that. It was just like I think I like touched his hand or slapped his hand. Like he
You
was
give him a high five.
no,
He's like,
like he
I
went
don't do high fives.
like he went to do this or something, and I went, "Boom." And then I didn't mean to do that hard, and he
Yeah.
was really pissed off the whole show, and like I could tell, I'm like, oh shit, like while I'm singing, I'm like, I shouldn't have done that. So,
Oh,
but I've been attacked on stage before. Yeah, I have.
wow.
Yeah,
It's kind of
remember
like,
you had to choke somebody out for me.
no, no, that's not true. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, yeah,
No names, no names.
yeah. Yeah. Last episode, I got faded Japan. See you guys. Oh, by the way, could you pass me another drink?
I can do that.
Absolutely. It's just so hot these days, and I drink so
Yeah, it's
quickly.
gonna get hotter next week.
Oh,
It's
32
it's
degrees.
in the 90s. Uh, American system. Sorry.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Fahrenheit.
91 something Fahrenheit. But
Hmm.
it's the humidity is what really sucks here.
It does. It does. It does suck. But no, it's not nothing like Arizona.
But Arizona's not humid, is it? It's
It's
a desert.
you can't go outside.
It's like,
Freaking travel. No,
oh,
everything's air conditioned to air conditioned. You
mm,
die. If you in Japan and did what you did in Arizona, you die.
oh my gosh.
Mm.
So what did people just stay inside? I mean, play video games,
Not
hang out.
everything's air conditioned. I'm sorry, I'm from Arizona, by the way. So you just go from air conditioned to air conditioned to air conditioned. That's all you do.
Really?
Sometimes you're in the heat, but that heat is, fuck, man. You can cook on the street with that. Yeah,
Wow.
it's bad.
Is it kind of like the Middle East where like people wake up really early to go inside and do all their errands? And then like once it gets really like kind of around like maybe 9, 10 o'clock in the morning when it
Exactly.
gets really, really hot, people just stay inside and they don't go on until like the sun goes down. Is it kind of like that?
Is exactly like that. You work in the morning. I guess you work in the morning. Like if you're doing sports, they do night practices and or morning, and that's the coolest times of the day. It is a desert. So,
Wow, yeah.
but during the day, like, yeah, man, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Wow.
Mm,
Hmm.
yeah, like
What about, huh?
you're from Michigan, so
Oh yeah, well Michigan's hot and humid. Michigan's kind of like Japan, but it's like not as hot, not as humid,
mm.
you know? And the mosquitoes here are worse than the ones in Michigan. I thought the mosquitoes in Michigan were really bad until I came to Japan, and I'm just like, oh my God, they're like vampires with wings. But I guess vampires do have wings. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but yeah. Mm, that's cool. So, all right, what gives you inspiration for your music? I mean, your music is all, I mean, it's yeah, you've got a lot of different stories and stuff within your music.
Inspiration as in probably depression, of course. Yeah.
Is it depression? You're not depressed, are you? You don't
Um,
seem depressed. I've known you for years.
not so not depressed, just more like things that have affected you in the past
Yeah.
that has fucked you up from that point.
Hmm.
Uh,
So human
I
experiences.
don't want to get too personal, but yeah, it just from personal experience of people you loved or people you lost, and that's what kind of driven the
Hmm.
lyrics, I would say. And just like creep down to me, like I like to build a haunting vibe
Hmm.
where it's very like kind of haunting kind of music, where it's kind of a little bit different to be, not, it's not, like where you grunge, where you have Alice in Chains and you have Stone Temple Pilots, it's all like straightforward to you, but like ours is like kind of a little bit more haunting than that. I don't know. I don't know. That I just wanted to build that kind of vibe to the music, you know?
Hmm.
Whether, and sometimes you just like, you just write bullshit. You don't even think about anything. You just write anything and it just comes out. And then later you can say, oh, okay, this is what it means. So,
Hmm.
yeah, like one of the ones was On and On that took me 10 minutes. Just like, so it was Joe wrote a nice riff and the lyrics just like right away, bam, done in 10 minutes in the shower, just like that. And then that became one of our like beloved kind of songs.
It's the one that everybody likes the most.
Yeah, I know. The ones that I take time on it, then no one likes, but the ones that are like you do in 5 minutes, everyone likes. So
Oh my God. So this kind of like smells like Teen Spirit, for like Nirvana, because like towards the end, Nirvana wouldn't even play that. They're like, no, we're not playing that song, but that's a song that everybody wanted them to perform.
right, right. And if you knew a band called Warrant back in the day,
Oh, Warren, come
well,
on.
back in the 80s, they did a song called Cherry Pie,
She's
and
my cherry pie.
it was an awful song. I mean, it's really awesome, great, catchy song, and it's just like the lead singer of yeah, he hated that song. It's like, oh man, they're like, you got to put another song on the record that's gonna like really stand out or something. You just put another song on, and he put
Hmm.
that out, and that was their biggest hit. So, yeah, I don't want that one to be anything. So.
All right.
So,
All
yeah,
right.
it's still sad, but yeah, but no one's gonna catch it.
But that's a good problem to have, like, oh man, I'm so bummed, everybody
Mhm.
loves this song that I made, and every time I perform they want me to play it and everybody knows all the words. Oh
Yeah,
gosh, geez.
I'll get
Woe is me.
I'll give a like some guy who wants to listen to our music who's thinking about putting something on his radio or something,
Hmm.
and I give him a list, and he's like, ah, what about I really like this song, and I'm like, so, yeah, no, not that one.
Just take
Yeah,
it.
just take it. It's okay. It is what it is, and yeah, so that's how it's always been.
But what if that's a song that goes global?
It's
Because I
not.
mean,
It's not gone. I mean, it can if it's a little bit brushed up and
you
nicely
never know.
recorded. But
You
yeah,
never know. I mean, with the internet, I mean, this episode right here, I mean, somebody somewhere could like really like this episode and then they share it to like their like fans or whatever. Maybe they're a
true.
YouTuber or whatever, or something like that. Who knows? And all of a sudden, like, like 50 million people see this episode. And then On and On is like one of the biggest songs all over the universe. And then you're really fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Sorry. You're welcome. Sorry.
it's one of those things like you're like, do I have to sing this one? I don't want to end the set list,
Oh
but
my gosh.
it's okay. But now we put out some kind of amateur video on YouTube. One of the songs is called Nightmare.
Mhm.
And that is the total vibe of our music right there. That's just a standard of what we are trying to accomplish, I guess.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, let's talk about music videos. So tell me about the music videos that you're making recently. I mean,
I
I
haven't made
did
any.
one for you guys. Huh?
I haven't made any. Okay, so amateur videos, as in like just pictures, nothing motional because I'm not ready. Once we're recording 4 songs right now,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that comes out,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go into video.
Mm.
And these are four songs that I really like. So then we can just get into the video storyboarding and get those together and really make a video. But these videos now are on the web are just like music that I'm lo unloading that I don't think we're gonna really touch anymore.
Hmm.
So like I'm just like getting them out there and just like putting basic crap. But uh our Nightmare has pretty good views and likes. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know what that means anymore. I'm too old to know what's going on. I'm not even on Spotify anymore. So
What's Spotify?
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Spotify. As long as you're on TikTok, I think you're fine.
Well, yeah, true.
Mm.
Oh, YouTube is being nice. So
Oh, YouTube's like the greatest.
mm.
But the only problem with YouTube is it's like extremely oversaturated. So, I mean,
Can be, yeah, yeah.
Envy, no, it's like just hit in J. And if you hit in J, there's like a billion things that go on for about Japan.
Mm.
What's up, YouTube? And I'm guilty as charged too, I guess, you know?
Oh yeah. Nowadays, like you have to really just. I took myself off the platform of Spotify because like it doesn't just whatever. If you want to hear my music, then
Wait, why'd you take yourself off it? I mean, it doesn't cost you any money to have you on there.
it does. Uh, I
Really?
mean, I think
It's
it
free for
does.
me.
Uh,
Yeah, th this is on Spotify and it's just free.
I might be doing it wrong,
I
but like
think
I don't want it
so.
on there anyway.
Really?
It's just it's not like a protest or anything. This is more like hey, like if you want to listen to my music, come to my show and buy a CD. You know, is that's it. That's the only concept that I can come up with.
You
But
need a marketing guy. You're a promotional guy, or
I
you
need
need
a
a
lot
guy.
I need a lot of fucking things.
You need a guy.
I need a lot of fucking things.
Yeah, you need a guy that just takes care of all this stuff, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I can't do it by myself. I whatever. So many things go in my head. Like I don't even fucking sleep. So
Oh, I don't sleep either.
yeah.
Oh God, I'm so sleep deprived all the time.
Hmm.
I've got three things that I'm running, four things actually, and oh my gosh, dude.
I know your life is
Yeah, I
hectic.
chaotic and people trying to shake me down. Oh God, let's not talk about that on this episode.
No
But yeah,
names. No.
no names, no names. I'm being shooken down. I'm being
Yeah.
threatened.
Mm.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's a nightmare. But yeah, the more things you do, the bigger you get, the more let's just call them headaches you're gonna get.
Well,
And
I did kind of hire a couple people that I trust doing the recordings and just like another party that's coming to our uh practices and recordings where
really
they can
good.
listen and they can help out and they're actually doing the mixes and you know it's just something you need to do because you know you're a band of four and one or two in the band is going to be very passionate of going to the next level or
Yeah.
step. So, but you also need more parties to that. You really do. You
Mhm.
need help. It's not, you can't do it by yourself or with two people. You need other people outside to help you with that
Hmm.
stuff.
Hmm.
You really
Hmm.
do because you can't do that, all that marketing and all that shit
That's a
that
net.
comes with the it's just so like draining, man. Like
Hmm.
you know,
Oh,
have a date.
I know.
I have a job, so you know,
Mhm.
like well, so it's just so like even if you do it, it's like I post a lot of videos and like you know pictures of myself and all that stuff, and I'm like, man, I'm not like I don't want to be vain or anything, and it's like not my style.
Hmm.
Like, but you have to do it. You just have to do it, you know. And
Hmm.
I don't like doing it, but I have to do it. So
Yeah, you have to. If
yeah.
you're doing anything that you're trying to get to the next level
Mm.
in this day and age, you got to have somebody or even something like what about AI? Is there any kind of like an AI app that just can take care of all that stuff? Like you just give
Someday. No, probably now.
probably
I'm
next
sure.
week. I mean, it
Yeah.
changes every single week. You know, they're like people are making movies, right? So they're just putting
Yeah.
in like a little, I mean, actually, at this point, they could probably just like go to AI and be like, yo, make me a movie about a serial killer in Tokyo that wears a hockey mask. And all of a sudden, boom, you've got the script. And then you copy that, and then you go to another AI and you're like, make this into a movie using like CG or something, and then boom, there you go. And then you can say, make Ben Affleck the bad guy, make him the Jason, and then boom, there you go. By the way, this is Friday the 13th, faders.
I think you might get sued for that, but yeah.
Make him look exactly like Ben Affleck, but he's got a birthmark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sidekick, Jennifer Lopez. Just kidding.
That has a birthmark. Yeah, you got to change them just a little bit so you don't get sued.
So
It's like music. When you kind of like borrow music, you got to change it a little bit.
Oh, you do? True. Yeah, well, that's the thing about AI. You never know. I mean, you do know where it's going now, and you're just kind of, as an artist of yourself, you're just worried about. I'm not worried. I don't give a fuck. But you kind of think like people will just do music just from AI and just not do the work, not do anything, and
They do.
just. I mean, now, yeah, and it's like you really have to show your shit on stage. That's it. You have to be a performer. That's the most important part right now.
Hmm.
I mean, recording wise, like we're very legit.
Yeah.
As in, like we just do instruments. We don't add anything. So that's what we're gonna do. But like I said, you have to, I'm sure like 90% of those people that do that cannot perform live.
Hmm.
No way.
No,
Yeah,
no, absolutely not.
you have to learn that crowd and stage presence and all that stuff that really works well, that you can engage people who become either fans, friends, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
That's it's really interesting that you say that because I think the future of like music is actual performance music because anybody these days can make music using AI. I mean, the intro of Got Fit to Japan, the audio podcast is actually the Mutekis. This is a song called The Whiskey that they made.
yeah.
And for YouTube, it's actually an AI song. Right? So it's like a 15-second AI song, right? Completely made up. I just did it for fun as a joke, and it turned out and I was like,
Asshole. I'm just kidding.
dude, it works. It's actually kind of good, kind of catchy. I dig it. But the thing is, it's just like when it comes to like the future of music, I think people are going to start going to concerts more because they're going to want to see live music, live performances.
Well, we
You
hope
know,
that. No, I mean, that's like the hope, but you can't really think of that. You can't really like put your cards into that. You just have to be yourself and do be what do you say? The fucking forgot English. Organic. You just got to be organic.
oh, dude, I love organic. I mean, that's why I organize like so many music events and stuff. Because when you organize a music event and you have like maybe like three, six, five bands, whatever, performing, something's going to happen. Something always happens for every single show. Like, I mean, guitars break. The people have arguments. There's fights. People get choked out.
I got choked out.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, sometimes, like an amp starts smoking or something, or somebody pulls a fire alarm or something, or like something crazy happens and you're there and you experience that moment with a bunch of people that only happens once in the universe, right? And if you were there and you experienced it, you experienced magic, something that you can have in your memories forever.
Right.
Unless you drink too much. But yeah, so it's I completely fully love and believe the magic of concerts. And so like when you go to concerts and you see bands like yourself perform and just do an incredible job, even if like the performance is flawless, you just saw an amazing, flawless, beautiful like experience. And
Yeah.
that's really important, because I mean, if you're only like I mean, that's the one thing that is kind of weird about whatchamacallit, DJs these days. Like when I was young, when I was a DJ, and I'd see like professional DJs and stuff, drum and bass DJs and techno DJs, they would DJ and stuff. But then and with records, but sometimes they would make a mistake. Where like the records would slip, or there's like kind of like a slight train wreck or something, and then all the other DJs or audio heads in the audience would be like, "Yo," we'd hear them make a mistake, and that was awesome. That was great.
That's how it is.
Yeah, but these days DJs. They a lot of times they're checking their email and stuff. I mean, there's like so many videos of like DJs, they're like going up there and they're dancing and stuff, whatever, and they're just touching knobs or whatever. And you're like, you know what? I DJ'd for 10 years, almost 10 years. What was it, 10 years? I don't know, who cares? But anyway, it's just like you don't just touch a knob. It's just like when you touch the knobs, either turn up the bass or turn down
Right.
the bass, turn up the treble, turn down the treble or something. Or if you're scratching, you're just like doing chirps or something, it's just like, I mean, you're doing something.
You gotta
But they
finesse it a
they
little
they
bit.
just
Yeah.
touch it and then they go, yeah, and everyone's like, yay. And I'm watching the videos or I'm at the club, I'm like, they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yay! Could you imagine? Could you imagine if Jiro goes on stage and he's playing the guitar, and then you look closely and there's no strings on his guitar? Well, I mean, dude, and people are like, yo, he's shredding. This is amazing. And he's like going like this. He's got the guitar behind his head. He's like playing with his teeth or whatever.
he does do that, but
No, he does
not,
do that,
but for real.
But yeah, he does that for real. But could you imagine if he did that? There's like no strings, but everyone's still like, "Yay!" You'd be
Yeah.
like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
I'm piss you off. But yeah,
Like,
of course.
hey, I paid 3,500 yen just to see this.
And
It's
that's
just
the whole
like,
point. When you pay
yeah.
money, you just gotta see people do their craft live. You
Yes.
just have to see that, and whatever. I'm okay with backtracking and all that stuff if you need it for your show because you don't have anybody and all that stuff.
No, that's
But
cool.
that's totally fine. Well, I'm talking about like when you're using that for your whole show and make it a lot of flack for that saying that, but um, the experience is just being organic and doing music, fucking up and making mistakes and letting people into that world, and that's real music. Sure.
Absolutely. I love that. I love the rawness. I love the mistakes.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And you're gonna make a lot. You are, because I always forget some lyrics.
Oh, don't pull a Vince Neil.
Oh, no, 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 I'm not
Oh
that.
my, did you see that video where he's doing, what was it? Was it Wild Side? No, Kickstart My Heart? Yeah, it was Kickstart My Heart. And he's going, I
I didn't even know what he's saying. So yeah, yeah, of course not.
He
Of
just
course.
started humming the words.
Well, I guess
And everyone's like, yay.
I think
Dude, Google that. That is like the best video. Holy
I
God.
think he knew the words, but his body just couldn't do it. So
Do you think after that performance, he got behind went to backstage and he's like, nailed it.
yeah,
Oh
I
God.
don't think so. Like when you're on stage, you know when you fuck up and you don't. You know when you had a good performance and you know when you have a bad performance.
Hmm.
I think. Oh, well, when you watch the video and you're like, oh shit, I fucked up a note there, and no one's gonna notice that. So that I know, but yourself, you're really critical of yourself, of course. Yeah, you have to be. You want to be better for the next time. So yeah, and also for your music, you want to express it the way you want to. You don't want to express it like falsely.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
Now, I got a question regarding your music. Your music's kind of dark, and some of the messages are kind of like heavy. Do you ever get influenced by scary movies? Because I know you love horror movies. I love horror movies too. So,
Mhm.
are you ever influenced by a movie to make a song?
Um, just trying to think of a song.
Like
No.
The Lake?
No, you're right. Okay, you know more than me.
Dude, I'm a fan, dude. What are you talking about? I know your music.
Actually, the river. The river is totally Sopranos. Um, being fucking drowned in a river, or like buried in a river, or sunk in the river, and it's all Sopranos. That was my idea of being in the mob and disappearing bodies, and that's all about the river.
Mm,
Yeah, that's the only one. I would think so. The TV show Sopranos.
really?
Hmm. Mob.
Wow. I'm all right. First off, I'm impressed, and also I'm a little shocked because I thought it was going to be from Halloween or something.
Halloween?
The movie Halloween.
That's
Yeah, the original like psycho killer that was like
stabbing people?
Devin. Yeah.
That's fucking old.
Well, yeah, it's from like
79?
1970. Is it
79?
79?
I think so. I don't
Wait,
know.
Jamie Lee Curtis, she was like what, like 16 in that movie? Now she's like
She's a
a
baby.
million years old. It's pretty old.
She looks good.
Still looks good. She still got it.
Hmm.
Still got it. But yeah, speaking of, I mean, Halloween was like the first like kind of like, like slasher movie,
For
right?
you.
No, I mean it was like I mean first there was Halloween, then there was Friday the 13th. Did you know when Friday the 13th, the second one came out, people were like, "Oh, it's a rip off of Halloween," you know?
I didn't know
Until
that.
they made like the next one, the next one, the next one, the next one because Halloween they made like maybe I don't know, they're still making them, but they've made like maybe 5 or 6 of them, but
Hmm.
Friday the 13th, I think just because of the whole hockey mask, it became so iconic
Right.
that they just kind of like they took the ball and they just went with it. Where people they knew of Halloween, but Friday the 13th just became like the go-to thing. And then until like of course the Nightmare on Elm Street came out,
That's
but a Nightmare
when
on
that
Elm
came out.
Street,
That was like the biggest thing ever.
oh, a Nightmare on Elm
Nightmare on Elm
Street.
Street came out.
Oh
That was
yeah, I
so
mean,
huge.
God, yeah,
Yeah,
it gave Johnny Depp his. Well, that was Johnny Depp's debut.
I always remember that scene too.
Well,
Yeah,
when he's like listening to like the headphones, he's watching his TV in his bed, and all
just
of a
being
sudden it goes,
engulfed by his fucking bed and
"Oh my God,
blood
yeah,
spurts out.
yeah, oh
Yeah.
my gosh, yeah, that was a great murder scene."
Yeah, that was one of the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street is one of yeah, out of those movies, that was
Mhm.
probably one of my favorites.
Which one was what was it? What the first one was your favorite?
Um, I think the series. I'm talking about the series. Like, if you're gonna compare from Halloween to Friday the 13th
Uh,
and then
mhm.
Nightmare on Elm Street, it was my favorite. Particularly the Johnny Depp film. Was it the first one or
That
the
was the
second?
first one,
The
yeah.
first one. That was just that still gives me nightmares today.
Really? Oh my God, that one was great. The one thing about like, and
Wasn't
I,
that a waterbed?
it was a waterbed.
Yeah, I used to sleep on a waterbed.
Did you really?
Yeah, for a long time, and when I went to high school.
I've
Yeah,
never slept in a waterbed.
yeah, it's and never mind.
Oh, okay. That's an after the show thing. Okay. All right, cool. I'll ask you questions about
Yeah,
that. But so all right, for me, A Nightmare on Elm Street was cool because Freddy actually talked and he was funny, he was witty, he was creepy, right? But Michael Myers and Jason never
you never
talked.
tell.
They never talked.
That's why Nightmare kind of took it over because you have this clever villain that
Uh-huh.
would just go around and kill you very creepily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then the way they died I mean, you think to yourself when you're, when back in the 80s, we used to watch horror when we were like fucking 6 years old.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, that shit fucking traumatized us.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was horror. Yeah, it's fucking just yeah.
It was great. It was absolutely great. Now, I love the
Sorry,
first.
I got some memories of
You've been
of
traumatized, huh?
childhood.
But for me, Nightmare on Elm Street, the first one was fantastic. I love that one. But the one that I loved after that one was the one where it was called the Dream Warriors.
Oh, that was a
And
good one.
Dream Warriors is fantastic on so many different levels because I mean they had a punk rocker,
Mm.
they had like a little like a wizard geek or whatever, like a Dungeons and Dragons kind of kid or whatever. They had like a variety of different kids that you could all somebody could relate to like one of the characters, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they're all like in this mental ward, right? Which is also super creepy as well. And another thing that was really cool about Dream Warriors was that the soundtrack was done by the band Dokken, and they actually had a music video where Dokken had whatchamacallit music video and Freddie was in it and stuff. Do you remember the band Dokken?
No,
Oh my God, yeah, Dokken was like they were like
I'll say yes. Thanks.
horror. They were kind of like horror hair metal, I guess. They weren't horror hair metal, but they were hair metal that was like really dark. I mean, they were all like doing bad stuff, and they were like super skinny, and they're just like a mess, like a bad. They were bad news, but I mean, they had some really good tracks, some really good songs and
Mm.
stuff. And one of their songs, "Dream Warriors," was the theme song for A Nightmare on Elm Street Part Three, which is Dream Warriors and stuff. And that was awesome because when I was a little kid, I loved heavy metal. I've been listening to Iron Maiden since I was like fucking 6 years old,
Yeah.
and so when I saw that, I was like, oh my God, it's my favorite movie. And that's another thing about, I don't know which one came first, but Friday the 13th, Part 6, Alice Cooper did the soundtrack for that album.
Hmm.
Oh, but he's back. He's the man behind the mask. You know that one song? No, but
I'll say
anyway.
yes.
Okay. Anyway, so Alice Cooper did the soundtrack for a Friday 13th Part 6. And that was, I think the title of that one was Jason Lives. And so that's
I
what,
remember
because,
Jason Lives. Yeah.
yeah, because I mean, part five, Jason was dead. I mean, he was like super dead,
Yeah, he
right?
died in all of them.
Now, he pretty much dies in everyone.
Mm,
But the thing is, like, I mean, he was dead in part five, right? But in part six, these guys, these grave robbers, they go in and they're like, oh, I don't know why they're digging
of
up
course.
Jason, but they do.
Gotta have a
And
story.
yeah, he had a shovel or something that was in Jason's body, and just by a fluke, like lightning struck that shovel and brought Jason back to life. And then,
That's pretty cheesy.
chaos ensues. And yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Well, you got to make sense of making him alive again.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I'll be honest, man. When I was a little kid, I loved hard rock, I loved heavy metal, but I also loved sexy girls. And I'll tell you what, and no, because in
Who does
whatchamacallit,
it?
Friday the Third. Oh yeah, that's true. But in Friday the 13th Part Six, the girls were just so beautiful. So I'm a little kid. I'm
Oh,
at my friend's
naked.
house.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
watching. No, they're in their underwear running around. I'm like, oh my God, this is the best movie ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is great.
That was like a setup for what you call it, twofer. Remember that word?
Wait, 241?
A twofer.
What's a twofer?
Where you kill two people in one shot.
Oh, is
You
that?
don't remember that?
No,
Oh,
but I mean, the two
yeah.
first for twofer was in Friday the 13th Part One. Then because Kevin Bacon was having sex with a girl, and then it wasn't Jason; it was Jason's mom in the first one, right? That was killing
Yeah, yeah,
everybody.
yeah, yeah.
So anyway, they were having sex or something, and then like I guess she was behind them, and she put like like some kind of a spear or something, and they got stuck together.
That's a twofer.
That's a twofer.
Yes.
Was that the original twofer?
That might
Because
be.
I mean, the first Friday the 13th came out in like what? It must have been like, I mean, Kevin Bacon. I think that probably was his first film.
I
Wouldn't
forgot
that
he
be
was even in
crazy?
it.
Of Johnny Depp's first film was a Nightmare on Elm Street Part One, but Kevin Bacon's first film was
It's
Friday
Friday
the
the
13th
13th.
Part One.
I don't
Whoa!
think it was
Oh, did we just like put something together?
I don't think it was the first film, but oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
Kevin Bacon's been around for ages.
Well, he's been in Tremors too.
Oh, this is way before Tremors. He was in Tremors 1
Yeah, he's actually doing a TV series.
for Tremors.
Yeah, you know what?
That's so
I read
stupid.
on the internet.
Tremors 1 is great.
Internet always has like all these like TV shows and movies coming up. I don't know what the fuck is real anymore. So like a Tremors TV show coming out or Jason versus Batman. I'm like, that's a cool concept, but that ain't happening.
Batman would totally kill Jason.
You think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Batman's got like all these like I mean he's got like bat ropes and bat everything. And he's got like a shark spray and stuff. He's got everything. So
I
yeah,
don't know.
Batman would totally kill Jason. There's no way Jason would survive versus Batman.
Well, Jason never dies, so
But
Batman's a little bit human.
okay, well, Batman's greatest like weapon is his brain. So Batman would figure out something. And Batman would probably take Jason and then he'd wrap him up in some kind of a rope or something. Then he would take him to like Antarctica and bury him. And then, Jason would be frozen for like 1,000 years. And then he would come back in the future.
And kill everybody.
No, no, in 1,000 years, it's just
Batman would be dead
no,
by then.
no, no, no.
Yeah.
It would be Jason versus AI. Because it'd be like all these like Terminator robots or oh my God, what if Jason is like the Jesus of the future? Because think about this, like, humans, what about it's like, like in Terminator, where it's like the humans were fighting like the Terminators and stuff. Like we're like, oh my God, the Terminators are taking over. We're all gonna die and stuff. It's the future. This sucks. And all of a sudden Jason thaws on. He's like, all right, cha-cha-cha-cha, ha ha ha. And you can't kill him. And he starts killing all the machines. And so Jason saves everybody and Jason becomes our Messiah. Am I going too deep? You're the one that bought these fucking 7% gin soda motherfuckers.
You got me wrapped.
Mm.
Uh,
See, that's why I'm an artist.
anyway,
I come up with
Batman versus
Jason, I'm in. I'll watch that movie. I'll download that. I'll pay for the download.
dude, I would watch that.
Oh
But
my
everything's fake, so you never know. Like they always say something coming out. It never. I don't know what's real anymore.
Well, with AI, you just make it up. Just be like, well, I bet that sounds like a great TV show. Why don't I just put that into AI and just make a whole series? Oh my God. Yeah, everything's fake. Nothing's real. I think I'm real.
Yeah, maybe.
I hope I'm real.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Hmm.
other movies, 80s. You were talking about music. Lost Boys.
Oh God, Lost Boys were my all-time favorite movies.
It's one of my favorites.
Oh God, that's that. Oh, dude, that is, that will always be one of the best films ever. Death by Stereo. Oh, dude, classic lines in
Probably
that
watched
movie
that
too.
movie about
Mhm.
50,000 times at least.
And another thing about that movie that's so cool is that it kind of influences people to read comics, comic books, which
Yeah,
I
it
think is
does. It
super
does. It does.
important. Yeah, read comic books, buy comic books, go to the stores, support your local comic book shop. Please do that.
Oh, inspired also a musician in there.
Oh, the dude that's like playing the saxophone?
Oh, that guy's actually pretty good. So yeah,
Really?
yeah.
In the streets. Oh
Man,
God.
he was buff, man. He had the fucking look.
Yeah.
He
What
did.
happened to that guy?
He's still alive. Nah, I've seen it.
He's playing in Venice Beach.
I know.
He's got his hat on. All right. Yeah, I was that guy in that movie in the 80s.
It's like the claim to fame. Hey,
Uh,
I write it or just write it.
you do.
I'm talking about the other musician in the band and in that fucking movie.
Like Corey Feldman?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Actually, I respect Corey Feldman, man.
I
Dude,
do.
because the thing is, the world laughs at him. Not the world. I mean, I think a lot of people have kind of like turned around and actually started respecting him. And actually, I respect him too, because the thing is, it's just like he came out and everyone's like, what the fuck? This guy's a joke, dude. Look at this guy, whatever. But he's so persistent and he just keeps on pushing and he just doesn't care what anybody says. He doesn't care what anybody thinks. He just keeps on making music and moving forward and playing shows and just making it and stuff, you know? And I really respect that dedication because I always respect the underdog. My whole life I've always been an underdog. I'm an underdog right now, right? So the thing is, it's just like when somebody's like, the whole world's against him and he's like, fuck you. And he just keeps on doing what he believes in. Dude, that's punk rock in
Of
his
course.
purest
I mean,
form.
hey.
Punk rock in his purest form is Corey Feldman, man.
You
Prove me wrong.
keep doing what you're doing and you don't flinch and just yeah, I mean, I respect that. Hey, you have to respect that.
Yeah.
Keep going and going and going. That's totally fine.
Now, do I like the music? That's debatable.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I got to hear the music. I haven't really given it that much thought, but I should. I should.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe tomorrow when I sober up and stuff. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's good. Maybe you listen to it, you're like, oh fuck, dude.
Is it?
Hey, Corey, you want to do a duet?
Yeah. I think you can book him at now.
I,
Just make sure I'm after that
we got a
motherfucker. Or
mutual.
before that motherfucker.
No names or anything, but we got a mutual friend that worked with him.
Hmm.
Yeah, you know that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Book me before him.
Mm. I book you guys all the time. Okay, I need another one.
Yeah.
Hook me up. So before we did the show, we came up. Oh, jeez, Louis! You know this table's glass.
Yeah.
Do you know when I bought this? Oh,
That was probably my fault.
every time Scotty comes over, something gets spilt on my rug. This is fake Persian. Do you know this is fake Persian? Oh my.
Soda, man. It's fucking club soda. Will rub all that dirt stains out.
Actually, to be honest, you're right. Actually, club soda is the way to clean. You just cleaned my rug.
I did. A little bit of gin in it, but
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're gonna get roaches. Oh.
sorry.
Oh man, I saw a roach outside. Oh my God. I saw a snake.
Here?
No, not here in Odaiba.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in Odaiba. I was Odaiba. Odaiba is like a man-made island just south of Tokyo and stuff.
That's where Godzilla comes out of the ocean, right?
No, that's Kabukicho. No, Odaiba's got
No,
that
snap.
Gundam robot, that big
that's
Gundam
the
robot.
statue they have over there. He actually comes out in that bay.
What?
Yes.
There's a statue of Godzilla that
No,
comes
there's no
out.
statue. I mean, in the movies, he comes out of that.
Oh, in the movies,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's very
dude,
important.
in the movies, Godzilla comes out everywhere in Tokyo.
I mean, that was like the most famous. It's a famous area.
Wait, in Shin Godzilla?
Odaiba.
In Shin Godzilla? Is that the movie?
No, not that one. I mean, the old style.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, old movies. Like one, he was like he came out of the Odaiba. I don't know for sure the name, but in the bay there.
Okay, all right. But wait, what's my
Think.
point? Well, anyway, I was walking in Odaiba and stuff, and there was like a snake. It must have been like about. It was so big. It was like this black snake. It was like black as sin, right? And it was like about. It must have been like 1.5 meters long. It was like wrapped around a tree. It was trying to like climb up the tree. I've never seen a snake climb up a tree like that. Because the
Really?
tree's up like this, right? If my arm, for all you guys watching this on YouTube, all right, my arm right here is like a tree, right? And it was wrapped around like a circle, like a ring, like this, and it was jimmying itself up the tree like that. And I was like, oh my God, and I saw it, and there's like these tourists that are walking by, and they're like, oh my God. And they started walking up to it and trying to take photos, and then the snake just dropped down and started slithering, and then everybody just ran. I was like, and I just ran, but I didn't know snakes wrap themselves around like a ring like that. That's how they went up trees. I've never seen a snake go up a tree like that. And that was like the weirdest thing.
But
Yeah.
that was
Friday the 13th.
that could be biblical.
Hmm. Wait, what would that mean though? Wait, am I cursed? That makes sense.
Earthquake's coming or something.
Oh God, don't say that, man.
That was an earthquake today.
I didn't feel the earthquake today. I've survived 2 big earthquakes, so
Me too.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, no, but I was in Tokyo when the 2011 one happened, and then when the one that happened 2 years ago, I was up in Niigata. I thought my wife's family's house, my wife's parents' house is gonna come down and crush us. Holy shit, dude! I've never seen a fucking flat screen TV bounce around like that, dude. It was the craziest thing.
So
Pee Wee's house got like almost. Wait, is that a
a
45-degree
earthquake.
angle?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That was tell me about that.
Poor Pee Wee. Oh my God.
Sorry, Pee Wee.
Sorry, Pee Wee.
Lee.
Yeah. Is he going by Lee now, or is it Pee Wee?
I always call him Lee.
I've been calling him Pee Wee for years.
Sounds weird to say Pee Wee in front of his kid, so
Really?
yeah.
Wait, you want to call him Dad? What's up, Dad?
Hey, Dad. Yeah. Now Lee.
Guess what? I'm adopted.
Yeah. He's like, this kid is like, what the fuck is Pee Wee? Yeah.
Well, I've known his kid since he was born.
Mm.
I've known his kid before he was born.
Right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so anyway, scary movies, Friday 13th. Should we get into the news?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so what we got for news?
No.
Na na na. On and on.
Shut up.
On and on. Okay, here we go. Boom. Okay, so all right, faders, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break into the news. So actually, all right. So what we have here on Got Faded Japan is we have a segment, or not a segment. Well, all right. So for Got Faded Japan, we've got episodes, and one episode will basically have like the news. Where basically I'm gonna have some coffee or some beers or something, and I'm gonna talk about the weekly news. And in other episodes, we're going to interview cool people, awesome people who are doing cool things in Japan. All right, and that's what we're doing today.
Oh.
But actually, we're gonna go. Yeah, I guess.
Sorry.
I guess so. I
Kind
don't
of
know.
skipped an episode.
No, but actually today we're going old school. We're putting them both together and stuff. So, God, are we really that drunk? I feel kind of drunk.
I'm not drunk at all. Yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
You're not drunk? You can drive? I've got car keys over there. If you want to take me to like I don't know, Sizzler, let's go to Sizzler. You want to go to Sizzler? Let's go to Sizzler.
Just give me keys.
Yeah. All right. Only drunk people say that they're not drunk.
But I don't know if I can drive on the left, right? I can drive on the left, but not the right.
That totally means that you're drunk, okay?
No, I mean I could drive on the left, but I don't think I could drive on the right.
I just can't drive left, okay? So I can drive left, but I can't turn right. I got a problem.
I'm
with
talking
my
about the
arm.
whole fucking car is opposite. So
Oh, that.
yeah,
Have you ever? Okay, so you're talking not about like turning.
you can drive in America. I can't drive here.
Okay, so you're talking about like the whole like setup of the car, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. So the thing is this though. It is tough. It is really tough. You got to change the way you think, Imagine, all right, imagine when
But
you're a
you gotta
little
be
kid.
right-brained or something. I don't know. Left-brained.
It's weird. It's weird, but once you get kind of used to it, it's fine. Like I can drive like in America, I can drive in Japan. I cannot drive tonight.
But you can drive in America.
Yeah, I've got an American.
Right. So
Yeah.
like in Japan,
Kind
if
of
you're drunk,
yeah.
you can drive in America. Not that I'm promoting that shit.
No, you can't drive drunk in America.
No, I'm saying like, you know what I'm saying.
No,
I mean like,
I'm not going to put that on the internet.
no,
Driving
I'm
drunk
not
is
saying
not
no.
good.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying like if you could, like, hey, if I'm drunk, I can drive. I could probably make it home, but I can't make it home in Japan.
I'm
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying, but I'm going to say this on the internet. I'm going to say, faders, if you're drinking, don't driving. And
Of
if you're
course not. No,
driving,
no,
don't
no.
drink.
That's what I was saying.
Don't
Yeah,
listen to
yeah.
Scott.
I'm not. I don't even drive anymore. Anyway, I'm saying if you're drunk
Mm.
and you had to pick the right or the left, I can probably make it home in America, but I don't think I can make it home in Japan.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so
That's my point. Don't try it.
no, don't. Yeah, no, no. Alcohol and wheels are just no good. Yeah, not even skateboards or
Yeah.
roller skates or something.
Bikes. No, I can't do
Bikes.
that.
Oh, dude, you can't ride a bike. And all right, if you do get this, all right, they made this new law in Japan. So if you're riding a bicycle and if you have any alcohol in your system, like even a beer within the last like 3 hours, right? You
Really?
drink a beer and then 3 hours later you decide to ride your bike. There's still just enough alcohol in your system that like if the cops stop you and they do, I don't know if they do
Breathalyzer?
breathalyzers or something, or I don't know how they. I've never seen it, but I've read the news about it. And but the thing is though. Maximum, you can get 3 years in prison, and I think it's a $10,000 fine.
Holy
Like
shit.
yeah, it is super high. Like it is super high because I mean, there's been a lot of people that just got completely destroyed on their bicycles while they're
Oh, they
drunk, you
probably
know?
like fuck people up.
Oh no, 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 no. People were like, I mean, they're drunk and they run in front of a semi and stuff, or like there's been housewives with kids and whatever, and they got, you know. So the thing
Of
is
course.
just like it's just they had to pass a law, right? So the thing is just like I mean, yeah, you can't have any alcohol in your system if you're gonna ride a bike. So and I think a lot of people, like especially a lot of people that are just like coming to Japan, like, oh, I can have a couple of drinks and stuff and ride my bicycle home. Yeah, maybe you can, but you should definitely not do that because I mean, if you're drinking and riding a bicycle, even if you're not even impaired, you know, still you've got that alcohol in your system. So you
That's
got to be
strict.
fucking careful because like that law is so strict. Like the maximum penalty is 3 years in prison, and I really don't think they're going to do that. They're going to enforce that unless
You're
like
gonna pay a
you
fine, I think.
no, you'll definitely pay a fine.
Definitely a fine.
Minimum of like $3,000 to $5,000. Like a was it Sanju Manyan or a Goju Manyan or something. So like $3,000 to $5,000 done, right? And plus you're gonna be in jail for a little bit of time and stuff, you know, but not prison unless like there's a like an actual injury or
Unless you
if
kill
there-
somebody.
or,
Yeah.
you know, maybe if you like hurt somebody's car and it's a nice car or something like that, and they press charges or some shit, then you can go to prison and stuff, you know.
Have you ever crashed?
My bike, yeah, many
Like
times.
drunk or anything like that?
No, 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 not drunk,
Yeah.
not drunk. No, no, I've
You couldn't even
had
get on
problems.
your bike drunk.
Aha. Well, before the law got passed, everybody used to have drinks and ride their bike home.
Of
But
course.
now with that law and stuff, yeah, dude, do not do that. Dude,
Yeah.
fucking like, I mean, shit, dude. Like, I mean, a couple of ways for me not to drink is for me to ride my bicycle to a club. You know, if I'm gonna go to a club or a venue, then I'm like, I don't want to drink tonight. I ride my bicycle there, and because if I ride my bicycle there, I'm like, got my bike, I can't drink. You know, and then I'm drinking like what you call it, tea or water or whatever and stuff like that. So it's a good way to not drink. You know, because then I mean, I'm like,
way
I'm
too
like,
boring.
do I really want to go to prison for 3 years?
Oh, nowadays, yeah.
Oh
No.
God, no! And like, you know, I've had people on the show that have gone to prison, and they told me about how real Japanese prison is.
Yeah.
Japanese prison is no joke. And I had one guy that was on the show, no names, no names, no names, I promise. But
I mean, it's just on your show.
he
You
was
should
on
probably
the
promote
well.
your show.
It's a long story. It's a long story.
Yeah.
I'll tell you later. But anyway, the thing is, he went to prison in America, and then he got deported to Japan, and then he got into trouble here in Japan, and he went to prison in Japan. And I had him on the show. It don't. And anyway, so don't. But the thing is, it's
Not
just like
surprising.
yeah.
Go
Well. Anyway, so I asked him, I was like, so which is worse, American prison or Japanese prison? And he said, oh God, Japanese prison, hands down.
Why?
Yeah. Because you got solitary confinement, you got like sleeping styles. It's like so like it's like you it's
But I
like
mean, if you have solitary, no one's trying to fuck you, so
well, I didn't ask him about that.
it's okay.
I didn't bring that up and stuff. You know, I thought that was a little too personal. I didn't know. And you know, but the thing is it's
Edit,
just like
edit.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like in American prison, like I mean, there's a lot of freedom. You know, there's a lot of things you can do. There's a lot of programs and stuff.
And
Once you're in Japanese prison, like you become kind
you're
of like
slave.
a machine,
Yeah,
or something.
I've heard about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I mean,
you work
Google it.
the rice fields basically. You're just fucking picking
Oh,
rice.
a lot of it's factory
Yeah,
work,
this is factory work. You
back breaking,
nothing.
then
Yeah, solitary.
where you're on your knees.
You
Like,
don't eat.
like,
You barely eat.
Yeah.
They don't give you any food.
well, that's jail. That's what happened to our mutual friend,
Yes,
kind of.
yes,
You know,
yes, yes.
Mr. M.
And
Call him that.
he came back very fucking skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
was-
was scary. Yeah.
He was like I mean, he's from Mexico, right? He's like kind of like, like a big guy and stuff, and then like I saw him
Guy.
and dude, he was skinnier than me. Dude, he was
Scary.
skeletal.
Yeah.
I mean, he looked good. It's a great way. I mean, if you want to be
if
a
you want to
model,
lose weight, you go to jail.
if you want to lose weight, if you want to look like a model, I mean, to be honest, you looked really good. I was like, Mike, you look great. He's like, yeah, I just got out of jail.
He was very fatigued and
Yeah.
dying, so basically.
Well, I mean, that's how models look. But the thing is, it's just like, yeah, I mean, going back to original point, if you're going to drink, don't drive. And if you're going to drive,
no.
don't drink, even on a
Don't-
bicycle.
don't
Okay?
break the
Just
law.
don't do it.
Don't break the law.
Don't break the law, or you're going to wind up on Got Faded Japan. Speaking of, good segue, right? Let's get into the news. Ho, 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 ho.